Today we're going to talk about budgeting. If you live in the diaspora, you need to learn how to budget. And if you live in the Gambia, you also need to learn how to budget. In fact, everywhere in the African continent, you need to learn how to budget. Because if you are not budgeting, you are definitely overspending. I can guarantee you that you are overspending. Because without budgeting, you are spending money on things that are unnecessary. But before we go further, and before I can explain to you how to budget, I need to tell you a story about myself, how I start budgeting. As you know, in my last video, we talked about that I came here in Hamburg to work for a company that kicked me out after 3 months. And I was struggling. I was unemployed for about 6 months, 7 months. Then I found a job, then worked there for 9 months. And that work helped me to have my emergency money. I could save my emergency money. But what you don't know is I could not save to invest because I was overspending my money. Then one day, I was thinking, where is my money going? Then I started to research on the internet. I started to watch some videos. I started to watch some YouTube channel. I started Googling where my money is going. And I found a book called Finanzielle Intelligenz. This book is written by a German guy called Nicholas Lama. Nicholas Lama was explaining in this book that the German school system don't teach any of us how to budget, how to deal with our money. And even in the university, there is no system that teaches you how to deal with your money. So it's your own responsibility to go out there and do your own research how to budget, how to deal with your money. And the guy was explaining that if you are serious about budgeting, you need 3 different accounts, 3 different bank accounts. That was an aha effect for me. I was like, wow, I have only one bank account, and my emergency money at that time was in cash at home. I was not getting any reward on it. And he teaches that in that book and said, the first account is where your salary is coming in. The second account is where you put your emergency money in, and every month or every year you are getting interest on it. And third account is your investing account for your investment. So I said, wow, what the hell am I doing with my money? Then I started to think about, okay, let's try this out. Then I opened 2 separate accounts and took my emergency money and put it in my second account, and the third account I opened it and start putting some money in for investment. But the money was so small that it will take me years to invest the money. So I said, okay, what is the problem? Then I go back to the video, to the book that Nicholas Lama wrote. So it was a book, but it was an audio also on YouTube. You can go there and listen to the audio. I didn't buy the book. I didn't read the book physically, but I did listen to the audios. He said, it is important to budget, but the first step before budgeting is to track your expenses, where your money is going. You have to know where your money is going. That is the first step. And if you know that, you can cut it down, the things that are unnecessary. I say, wow. Then I did buy a book and start tracking everything I buy. Even if it is €1, I wrote it down on that book. And every month, I did a calculation. You can imagine. I was spending 40% of my total income on food because I was eating outside. Absolutely crazy. These small things. You buy a coffee here, you buy a bread here. These are expensive. Then I said, okay, now I know my money is going outside just for food. So I started to say, okay, what can I do to solve this problem? I started to cook at home. I go in the supermarket and bought everything I needed and start cooking at home. The first month, I saved a lot of money. I was like, crazy. This is unbelievable. Then I started budgeting my food money. I said, okay, now I know how many I spend. Now I know I cook at home, how many I spend. I can budget it now. I started budgeting my food money. Then after, I think 3 months, I saved some money so that I could start investing. So I was so stupid. How can you work from 9 to 5 every day and spending all the money on food and start it over again every month? And in the book, he also talked about your money should work for you. Not you work for the money, but your money should work for you. Meaning, the meaning of that is that you have to invest, that your money goes to work and while you're sleeping. This was an eye-opening for me. Since then, I budget everything, absolutely everything. And this helped me to even increase my emergency money, and I start investing in some stocks. So what am I trying to say is everybody in the diaspora needs to learn how to budget, and everybody in the Gambia need to learn how to budget. But before you start your budgeting, please track your expenses first. Know where your money is going, and if you know that, you can start budgeting. And one thing I will guarantee you that if you do that, you budget everything, you will be able to save some money. So that is my topic today. If you want to learn more about budgeting, emergency money, investing, just contact me, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Bye-bye.